Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. I'm a freelance makeup artist with a passion for all things beauty. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So today I am going to be talking about the newly launched Curator eyeshadow collection from Hourglass. I went to pick up some of this collection from Selfridges and I also ordered it online. Bit of a long story, but I will make it as short as I can. I ordered it online having thought that it would be great to get it quickly. Unfortunately, I ordered it on a Thursday, which meant it arrived on a Tuesday because of the weekend. But luckily I popped into store on the weekend, and what I was able to do and what they were doing that they weren't doing online was that they were doing some engraving on the actual case itself. So what I had to do was then send back one of the palettes because it didn't have the engraving. So I went into store and got the two palettes that I picked up engraved. Before I do that, I just wanted to let you know that I've got a couple of Hourglass things on at the moment, just so you can see how lovely Hourglass is really. Just before we start, I just wanted to let you know what I have on my face. I have a number of fantastic things. This is the Vanish foundation stick in the colour Golden Tan. Because I'm getting a little bit browner in the sun, because we've had a bit of sun, which is fantastic. I have put this on as a base. I just put some cream on just to give myself some moisture, and then I added this, and then I use the Hourglass Vanish concealer in the colour Dune, and I use that under my eyes, which I pair these up together. And then I went in with the Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 2, which I've reviewed in a previous video, and I literally put this across my face, so that's why I've got this lovely sort of glow from within. I think this is my favourite palette. I prefer this one over number 1 now, or the original, so I use my Hourglass brush to apply all of that on. And then I went in with the Hourglass Revel New Vanish stick. This is the blush stick, and I use that on my cheeks. This is the finished look. I have no mascara on at all because I wanted to really explore this collection. So today I'm going to be talking about the Hourglass Curator eyeshadow palette and the Curator eyeshadows. They come in 2 separate boxes and containers. So I picked up 3 of the colours online. So I picked up the curated, I think it's called the Warm Copper, and it came in 3 colours, which were Faux, Luxe and Act. And then I picked up these 2 in Selfridges after having gone in and got some engraving done on the palettes. I picked up the colour Fig and Eve. I had the most wonderful experience. I got to pop into Selfridges over the weekend, and what I did was I purchased the 2 different sizes of the Curator shadow palette. So I picked up the 3 shadow palette and I picked up the 5 shadow palette. So I'm going to open these up first to show you what these look like. So the 3 shadow palette is exactly what it says on the tin. You open it up and it is absolutely gorgeous. Now what's special about this is, so this is just specifically, and I think it's still going now until the 21st of July. If you can pop into Selfridges in London, then there will be at the counter someone who can basically engrave your name into this. So it's such a beautiful thing to do. This case is absolutely gorgeous. So let me show you the case. So this is the case, and I'm just going to show you my engravings. But as you can see, this says Amra here, just here, and oh, it's just a lovely touch. So this is the 3 shadow palette, and it's part of the Curator collection. I'm just going to open it up and show you. You've got 3 empty sections here, which I'm going to put in with the 3 colours. I'm going to save this palette for when I pick up some new eyeshadows from the 40, yes, I'm not joking, 40 colours that you can pick up from this collection. They have totally kind of blown us away. I'm also going to do something that I'm going to do towards the end of the video, which is I used to have the Hourglass eyeshadows that they used to have before, and I'm going to compare how the pigmentation is for that palette as opposed to the new formula and what it's like. So I hope that this will help. But this is the 3 palette, and then I'm going to show you the 5 palette. So this is the 5 palette, and again you've got the packaging that you get. So let's remove it. So again, I got them to engrave. You should be able to see if the light just shows it right, just there, and it says Amra. So I was so pleased that I went in and did this, because these are meant to be kept, well, forever really, as long as you need them for, because each of these can be curated as to how you want them to be. What's lovely as well is that you get a mirror, which is in both of them, and so you don't have to like sort of look for a mirror. So this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each colour, and then I'm going to pop them into here as we go along. So as I mentioned, I picked up the curated set, and I'll tell you why I did this. I loved how it looked on the model, and her skin tone is a little bit darker than mine, but I felt that these would really suit my complexion. And also, I was really sort of not sure which colours to pick because they all looked beautiful. So I have gone with these three from this collection. So you get all these different sort of types of eyeshadow as part of the 40 that are in the collection. So it comes in 4 finishes. You get the matte, which is rich velvet matte finish that delivers intense payoff in one swipe. Then you get the satin, which is a creamy satin finish with a subtle luminosity. Then you get metallic, which is intense colour with a molten metal effect. And then you get shimmer, which is a multi-dimensional reflective pearlescent finish. So those are the 4 that you get. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you today which types I picked up. I think the only one that I didn't pick up was the satin, but I'm gonna show you that in another video most likely, purely because they didn't come in the colours that I like. That's why. So we've got the selection here. So I have 1 matte and 2 metallics. So let's see how these look now. So the first one I'm opening up is called Faux, and it's a matte colour. This is how it looks. It comes in a plastic sort of container like that, and then you open it up and you literally pop it out. There is no magnet or anything. I think it literally just fits into the eyeshadow palette. So let's start just sort of filling it in. So we're going to start off with the first one here. So I'll put this on the left hand side, and I'm going to pop in Faux right now. I don't know if you can hear that click. So that click went off, and then it's inside the palette just like that. So just before we go on, this isn't cheap at all. This whole set cost me £156, and that's quite a lot of money because, well, it's the case and then it's the 5 shadows that you have to buy. So you have to buy them all individually, and each shadow costs £28. I will put the details of how much the cases were for a 3-pan case, 5-pan case and a 1 case. Now, I'm not the type of person that generally has a 1 case situation. I'm the type that will have a 5 case or a 3 case. So that's why I've picked up these 2. It's very luxe. It's really lovely packaging, and I don't think there's anything out there at the moment that is like this. And I really love the fact that you're not obliged to get what they select for you. However, bearing that in mind, I've selected the curated one, which was the warm copper one, because the colours all appeal to me. So that's why I picked that. Let's move on to the next colour. So the next one I've got is called Act, and this is a metallic colour. So again, you've got the plastic container, really well sort of packaged, so there shouldn't be any kind of shattering or anything like that, hopefully. So then I'm going to open my 5-pan case, and then I'm going to put this colour, which is called Act, and I'm going to just pop that in so you could hear it click. There you go. Oh, it should click. Okay, so we just click that in. That is the next colour, so that is Act. And I'm going to swatch these for you before I put them on my eyes, so just for you to see. So the next colour is called Luxe, and this is a metallic colour as well. Again, I'm going to take it out the case. So this is the colour Luxe. I'm literally just going to click it in, and you can hear that click, and that's gone in. So I've got 3 so far. And because I was at Selfridges, I really wanted to find some more bright colours because these are quite safe. And I thought, you know what, it'd be really good to get some colours that pop. So I've picked up 2 other colours from Selfridges, so I will show you those now. So the 2 colours that I picked up were Fig and Eve, and you know how I love purple, so this was a no-brainer. This was a metallic as well. Looks like I'm drawn to the metallic colours for some peculiar reason. So this is the colour Fig. Again, pulling it out of its plastic, and then I'm literally gonna pop it into the case. You can hear that click again. So Fig has gone in. Finally, this is like a beautiful kind of teal colour, and I think this is gonna really pop on my skin. So this is the final colour I picked up, which was called Eve. So let's hear that click. That's gone into place now. So those are my selection, and this is the type of colours that I would pick for my complexion. And I think you'd agree that these colours here, these 3 colours are very wearable, whereas these are definitely more going out in the evening if you want to intensify the look. So I really like the fact that I can pick the colours I like and to see how that looks. So those are all the colours. I'm going to give you a description of each of those colours, and I'll put that, as I swipe it, you'll see the description in the corner. But this is the first one. I just realised I put them in and I can't remember which colour was which. So the only thing with this is once you put it in, you can't really tell which colour's which. So it's underneath here, but you have to pull it back out again. But I just wanted to show you the colours. So the first one I've got here is called Faux. So this is Faux. How gorgeous is Faux? Absolutely stunning. The next one is called Act. So I'm just going to show you Act now. The pigmentation is insane. The third one is called Luxe. So I'm just going to show you Luxe. One swipe. When they mean one swipe, they really mean one swipe. And then I'm going to go into the colour Fig, which is this purple colour. Oh, gorgeous. And then the final colour is Eve. Stunning, absolutely stunning, and I just love the way that it looks. I love these. These are so beautiful. So I'm going to do a look with these 3 colours, and then I'm going to try a look with either that colour or that colour. But I really want you to see how the colours look on my skin tone so you can see how they look. Let's have a look at these 3. So I'm going to go in with the matte colour. I have my Sonia G Jumbo Blender brush, and I'm going to go in with that colour because, oh my god, it's gorgeous. I won't even need a lot because it's so pigmented, but let's see how this look goes. So I'm just going to go in with my Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions mascara now. So I'm just going to put on a little bit of the colour Crush, which is in their Velvet Story lip, which I recently did a review on, so I'll leave the link as well. So pretty. What I wanted to tell you was that took me literally 2 seconds to do, and the look is so lovely. The reason I picked this colour on the lips was because it's a warmer look, so I wanted to go with a warmer lip really, but wow. Can you see how beautiful the colours have blended into my sort of skin and how easy it was? It feels beautiful. I didn't have to work the eyeshadow. Sometimes with some shadows I've had to work to get the colour to come out. With this one, there was no working involved. It just went on with literally like with the eyeshadow brush, one swipe, exactly what they said. I love this, and I'm so glad I picked this up because this is a curated collection by makeup artists who have put this together, and I just saw the model and I think these three that I picked were just the right combination for this particular look, so I'm so pleased. So now we're going to have a little bit of fun with the two colours on the end. I'm really considering just doing 3 looks now because I really want to show you the purple in more detail, and then, well, the teal colour, the 2 colours here at the end, Fig and Eve, in more detail. So I might just do them as one swipe kind of thing because I think it will really demonstrate how beautiful these shadows are in terms of the actual pigmentation. So let's look at Fig first, which is that metallic purple shade. So this is the colour Fig, and this is a beautiful colour as well. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like an aubergine colour, but it's a really pretty colour. And as you can see, you can use this as a one colour as well as blending, and I've literally used one colour just across my eyes, and purple is something that I absolutely love and adore. I'm going to go with a more cooler tone on the lips so you can see how this kind of compares. So this is in the colour Luxe Velvet. So it's giving me sort of evening vibes, and I could even go in more intensely, I think, with like a liner. So I've actually got one of the Hourglass liners. So let's see how this looks. And just as I thought, it gives the eye just a little bit more depth, and I really love adding the liner to it because this is the kind of look I would do if I was going out in the evening because I wanted something to just pop and stand out. So this is the colour Fig. Okay, so let's move on to the final colour, which is the beautiful colour called Eve. And I wanted to see how that looks, so I've tried to take off as much as I can. We're going to do a one colour situation again with Eve. So this is the colour Eve, and it's really beautiful. Very, very nice. I actually think you can intensify the colour by probably wetting it as well, but it's just that sheer colour, and that is so pretty. I'm just going to use one of the Velvet ones, Velvet Stories again, and this is in Indulge, and I'm just giving my lips a little bit of colour. So you can see how they pair together. This is the kind of look, again, that I would wear in the evening. It just got that nice pow factor. It went on really easily. I think that the formula of the three that I first tried on were just a little bit better than these two. Although they went on really nicely, I had to build it up a little bit. Those two were the shimmer. Well, one was shimmer and one was metallic. So maybe I should have put a base underneath this one first. It looks really, really nice. You could even go into your palette and you could just take a colour to intensify it. I'd probably go with like the matte colour and just maybe take that, which is, I think this one was called Faux. And then you can just go in and you can kind of like go on top if you like, on the edge, and just intensify it a little bit and get that mix in on the edges if you wanted to. To be honest, it's got that depth already, and then I'm just going to go in with the colour again to pop through more than the brown. So I'm just blending it out. But I just wanted to show you that you can play with this. So it's really, really gorgeous. So this one is in the colour Eve. So this is the finished look, and I just wanted to give you my overall thoughts on this product. I love it. As you all probably know, I'm the biggest Hourglass fan out there, and this is blowing me out of the park. This is amazing. I think that this launch is so stunning. The packaging is gorgeous. The colours are gorgeous. I just wanted to just give you a sort of comparison because I had the previous Hourglass eyeshadows. I actually have quite a few here, but I just wanted to show you how it used to look compared to how it looks now. Before, it was done in a very different way. So 1 gram, I think it's exactly the same as what you got, but because it was sort of designed in a certain way, it looked like it was more. That's how it used to look. So you'd have the various colours, but they would be basically in this sort of beautiful, oh, I've never seen anything like it, but the design was beautiful. I'm not sure why they stopped doing it like this, but let me show you just how the swatches are. So they don't have names, unfortunately, but that's the first one, and you'll see what I mean. I mean, I've had to go in twice on that, and then I had this colour here. So this one is a bit better. One sort of swatch is better. Then you've got this sort of darker colour, but it's a bit patchy, if you know what I mean. Like, they're beautiful colours, beautiful colours. I'll show you the last one just here. So can you see that? These are all the colours. They're a little bit patchy compared to how the new collection is, and I think that's why they may have changed the formula. I just wanted to kind of show you, if you did have the previous Hourglass eyeshadow, this formula is so much better, and I think they've really worked on the formula because I think that it looks so much more instant. You get an instant look to it. I know a lot of people are going to say that it's expensive, and I'm going to agree with you. For something like this, £156, you would pay this amount for either Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath, because that is where Hourglass kind of sit in terms of where they place themselves. With Hourglass, I think that they are probably charging people a little bit too much for this. I would have preferred that the pricing was a little bit lower so that you could pick, I suppose, more colours and play around with the colours because there's so many to choose from. But because they are at £28 a pop, you really have to think carefully about the colours and which ones you're going to use. Hence the reason when I went to the website, I was a little bit kind of confused as to which colours to choose. And so I went with the Curator palette, which helped me, and then I picked these two colours separately, which you've seen me use now. So that's all I would say with regards to pricing. With regards to packaging, oh my god, this packaging is amazing. So these are, what they say about these palettes is that it's customizable, refillable and reusable. Can be used with the full collection of 40 Curator refill shadows, created from tin and post-consumer recycled PCR plastic to reduce virgin plastic use. It's sleek gold finish palette. The sleek gold finish palette is intended to be used indefinitely to reduce waste over time. So they do a £1 palette, which is 1 plastic bottle saved. They do £3 palettes, which is 2.5 plastic bottles saved. And they do £5 palettes, which is 5 plastic bottles saved. What they're trying to do is basically think about the environment, and so they have produced this. Now, this is luxurious. When you see it, you'll really love the feel of it. It's very sleek, and I love the way that the colours all come out and they click into place, and you know they're not going to drop. And you can just pick the colours you want. So over time, I mean, you can get one over, you know, 2 or 3 over a month, or depending on what you can afford. So I love that. The only thing I'd say is that you can only obviously use the Hourglass sort of shadows in this particular palette. So, well, you'd only use Hourglass in this anyway, but that's the only thing. With regards to pigmentation, you've seen it, it's gorgeous. I love, but in particular, the 3 from the Warm Copper Curated palette, which I picked up. But I do love these 2, and this really gives my eyes a sort of smoky eye look without me having to do a lot. I didn't have to do a lot to get this, as you saw from the clips. Please let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about this collection. Obviously, it's created a lot of conversation around pricing, which I totally understand, and I agree that it is expensive. But for what you're getting, you are getting a luxury product. I'm so glad I got a chance to get this engraved as well. So this is going to be with me forever, which is amazing. So it says my name on there, on this palette and on the 3-pan palette. But other than that, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Please, if you can, follow my affiliate links because it would really help my channel to grow. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.